Is the city considering any other type of gunshot?
No.
Okay.
On the same subject, so I'm a little confused. So does spot shutter end tomorrow?
From the very
Yes or
beginning.
no?
I
But it's a yes or no question. Does it end tomorrow?
So, besides 9/11, this is the second biggest thing that upsets me more than anything. And I think the people on my phone line and who are monitoring me know that. I recently had a very good and interesting meeting with Alderman Chris Televerefro, if I'm pronouncing his last name right. Very good guy, very good soul. It was about ShotSpotter. I would love nothing more but to upload the Zoom meeting, but unfortunately I do not have a copy of that because recording someone without their permission is against the law, as it should be. But me explaining verbally of what has taken place in that meeting is perfectly 100% legal. Brace yourself because it's very fucked up and disgusting. So, as many of you know, ShotSpotter is allegedly going to be canceled. And there's a numerous amount of people who have different opinions and thoughts on that, as they should. I explained to the alderman, I believe I have an answer that's a win-win situation for everyone. So both parties and the people of Chicago can all get what they want. And he allowed me to explain that as he was interested in what I had to say. I explained to him that ShotSpotter is a machine in some areas, and when a gun goes off, the decimals from the sounds reach the ShotSpotter toy, and that alerts the ShotSpotter software, which then alerts, if I'm not mistaken, the 911 dispatchers, which then alerts the officers on the streets. That takes time for all of those dominoes to be connected. I explained to him that ShotSpotter is pretty much a waste of time and money, with the exception of, at best, the cop will go to the scene and he or she will just see someone shot laying on the ground, and that's it. The shooter typically doesn't stick around. to wait for the police. I explained to him respectfully, the Chicago investigators, when they get the case in the morning, they have absolutely nothing to go on besides a shot spotter went off again, and possibly some witnesses. That witness testimony has really, truly never been 100% reliable, if they even choose to talk to the police. I explained to him what I am proposing is, let's keep ShotSpotter, because it's not a 100% waste if we go ahead and add in 4 cameras on top of it, pointing north, east, south, and west. Those cameras record 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At the very least, those cameras would start recording the second ShotSpotter gets a detection from the sound. This way, the Chicago investigators in the morning, when they get the case on the desk, they will be able to have at least video of what car, what color, what make, and what model has peeled away in any of 4 of those directions. It would also have a license plate reader for any of those 4 directions. I also respectfully explained to him what we can do to make ShotSpotter work 100%, because whoever did come up with ShotSpotter is somewhat of a genius and somewhat is unique. They just didn't finish the job, which is okay. But I explained to him what we can do from this point on to make this 100% work with efficiency guaranteed is we can keep ShotSpotter, but have a Chicago police officer who is a certified drone operator on the rooftop of each and every single police department in each and every single police district. So this way, when ShotSpotter goes off, that would alert the drone operator in that district of the Chicago Police Department. And that drone operator will have visual of those 4 cameras to see what car is the one that peeled off and went extremely faster than normal speeds. And then he or she, who has a partner with the drone operator, will alert the drone operator of what vehicle, what color, what model, what make, and where it's traveling, and he or she can fly that drone immediately in that direction, which would take seconds, as the eyes in the sky move faster. I explained to the aldermen, this will work. And this way, the intelligence of all of this, that drone operator will go ahead and safely notify the Chicago police and or the Illinois State Police to follow that suspect secretly, slowly. There is this debate with lawyers at City Hall, and I do go in their favor. Some were against me by going in their favor. I not a fan of the lawyers at City Hall, but I'm certainly not going to lie about them. That's not who I am. If you do something, and even though I don't like you, I'm going to go along with it. The lawyers at City Hall have a history of telling the Illinois State Police and the Chicago Police, even though you see a carjacker and you're in pursuit, they order the lieutenant and the white shirt to order the Illinois State Police trooper and or the Chicago police officer who's in pursuit of the carjacker to stand down. It's not safe. That Illinois State trooper hit someone, a lawsuit would happen. Okay, forget the money aspect of it, even though that's important to them. If you have a child playing on the street and there's a Chicago police officer chasing a demon carjacker who just got done murdering somebody, you don't want your child to get hit by that Chicago police officer, even though that officer and that trooper is doing the right thing and doing their job to get that fucking maniac off the street. You don't want your child to get hit from that pursuit. So I agree in this particular situation with the lawyers at City Hall. This isn't the Goonies. You can't have high-speed chases anymore. It was never right. Okay. Now we have the drone. Now on each and every single rooftop of the Chicago Police Department, there is a little house. There is a little tower with heat and monitors, and there's 2 people in there at all times, maybe even 3. Something happens, that drone takes off flying. That shot spotter goes off, that drone takes off from the roof. It's a win-win-win-win situation for everyone. Now here is where the disgusting part comes in. Here is where I'm just going to take a wild guess and say whoever is monitoring me, I'm going to take a wild guess in my opinion and say you heard and you saw the same thing that I did. Of course, you want to operate in the shadows. Of course, you don't want to admit that. Of course, you don't want to talk about that. It's okay. I know what happened. I know what I heard. I know what he said. After I explained that wonderful idea to the alderman, he told me that is a great idea. But an ex-Secret Service agent and an ex-FBI agent has already came up with this idea and proposed this idea when Lori Lightfoot was in office. And Lori Lightfoot and her people said no. They also came up with the idea where the cameras have facial recognition. Something that I have been advocating since 2014. They also came up with the idea that the cameras would be able to detect if you had a gun somewhere in your waist or anywhere on you. Lori Lightfoot said no. Lori Lightfoot's owners said no. So, of course, naturally in my head, I'm having a humongous mental breakdown for many reasons. One of them is, who in God's name are you to say no to an ex FBI agent, yet alone an ex Secret Service agent? Who are you? Who the fuck do you think you are? The other thing that went on in my mind that was even more troubling than anything, and I mentally struggle with it. I have problems in my head. I'm not doing too well. I 100% come out and admit it. The other thing that goes on in my head is, you just proved my point that your state government and your slave owners and Lori Lightfoot was never trying to stop crime and disgusting murders that have happened from day one. See, and don't worry, I'm moving. I'm leaving. I'm done. This possibly may be my last YouTube video. In the year 2013, I would get the newspaper delivered to me. Every day, 7-year-old shot, 23 people murdered in Chicago, 17 people murdered in Chicago, 100 people shot. Every day, I woke up to that. And I said to myself, the Chicago state government is just stupid. Rahm Emanuel is just a dumbass when it comes to crime. Gary McCarthy was and clearly is just a simple dumbass when it comes to crime. They have absolutely no military experience at all that I could tell. They have never ran a sting operation that I could tell. They never were involved in a sting operation that I can tell. They were never in a covert operation that I could tell. These two knuckleheads had absolutely no business being responsible to protect hundreds and thousands of people in the city of Chicago. So I said to myself, I'm going to create Operation Chicago. I'm going to give them the answers. I have experience in some things. I'm going to go ahead and do my part. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save some lives. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use all of my time to come move back in this shithole, corrupt city of Chicago. I'm going to spend over $100,000 on creating Operation Chicago. I'm going to get the trademarks. I'm going to get the font. I'm going to build a recording studio. I'm going to make a movie. I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to have it written down. It's going to be verbal. It's going to be physical. It's going to just show how to fix Chicago so kids who are poor can simply just live a full life. That's what I said I was going to do. That's what I did. My frame of mind My state government is just a dumb fuck. I'm going to go ahead and help them. I'm going to help them for the kids. Now, speeding up the clock down the road, I start having these meetings with public officials. I start having these meetings with the higher ups to be. Excuses. A lot of it fucking excuses. The majority of them took the meeting. And the only reason why they took that meeting is because they didn't want me going on YouTube, exposing them and the truth. The majority of them took that meeting because they just saw the amount of views. They know my name and they saw that I've been to prison, and they probably just said, let's just meet with him. We don't want to have anything. Let's just meet with him. That's fine. Let's just meet. Because you're right. We are different individuals. We are different souls. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you no more than you don't like me. We're not here to like each other. We're here to fix Chicago. So later on down the road, I meet with these people. I have a good meeting with Lori Lightfoot's public safety department guy. I told him the same thing that I just had told with the alderman. He said, these are great ideas. I'm going to pass you through to Lori Lightfoot's other guy. I said to myself, of course I didn't say this to him by nature because I didn't want to be rude. In my mind, I said, you're the public safety guy. I just used 20 minutes of my time. You just used 20 minutes of your time. You just admitted that these were great ideas, and you were very interested in the Elegy French app. He said he never heard of that. What's the problem? Those are all the things going on in my head. But me being the calm person that I could be when I need to be, I said, okay, thank you for your time. I appreciate you passing me through to the next level. I still don't know why he's there. I still don't, even though he's a good guy, I still don't know why we're using $100,000 for that particular position, because he's not in a position to do anything. He is clearly not in a position to do anything. So that's a waste of a position right there, in my opinion. But we got bigger problems than that. So he passes me on to the next. I explained to him the same program that I had, the same operation that I had. He tells me these are good ideas. I like them. I'm intrigued. But this is up to the mayor. Okay. So what are you doing here? Why are we even talking? Naturally, I don't tell him that. The mayor will get back to you. I'm going to pass this on to her. I never heard nothing back from her. Why is that? Why do you think that is? The mayor heard these ideas from two of her top officials and her slave owners, who are the lawyers at City Hall. Said, we can't do this. Okay? So now that a lot of people have been disagreeing with me when I said pretty much from day one, after I met with these public officials, they're not trying to stop crime because crime pays a lot of money. We're talking billions of dollars every 12 months that roll by. possibly even more. Those numbers on OperationChicago.com under the Big Brother link, those numbers are from 2013. They dramatically went up. You and I both know that. Now that I had these normal people who have normal jobs, that you think you're just more of a normal person than me, you bitches were saying Eric is wrong. Now that the ex-Secret Service agent who is official, now that the ex-FBI agent who is official proposed the same shit to Lori Lightfoot and her slave owners, now you're not thinking that anymore, are you? Now that all of these migrants are here in the numbers that they are, now that some chaos is happening and some officers are getting beat up by these migrants, now that there's chaos across the country from these migrants, now you are thinking to yourself, holy shit, Eric was right. This is all done unintentional. Aren't you? One of the minor problems we have, and I think you figured it out by now, it took you a long time to figure this out. But clearly, again, since you've been watching me like a hawk in all my communications and every time I step foot outside the house and everywhere I go, now you're starting to think that Eric is really frustrated and tired of hearing the words from other people, other important people, that is, who are in important positions. Eric is tired of hearing the words, "You were right." Now that you got a really good psychological profile on me, now you understand. Unless it's about money, music, sex, or fixing Chicago, Eric doesn't give one fuck about you. And he doesn't care if you like him. He doesn't care if you tell him that he was right. He doesn't get off on that. If anything, it just makes him more depressed and fucked up in his head. Don't think for a second that I want your approval or I need your approval. Don't think for a second that I need you to tell me that I was right. It is right. You telling me that I'm right just proves more that you have absolutely no business in law enforcement and you're simply more of a dumbass. And you are just like the majority of the other people pretending to be something that you are not. Don't worry, I'll ease your mind. I'm getting the fuck out of here because I only have two options. And even if I wanted to go do the other option that is deep in my heart and in my soul, they would just find more house niggas to replace other previous and new house niggas to do the more dirty work. So that would defeat its purpose. Now it's just time for me to go and just say to myself that this is one big fucked up, disgusting business. I see the Elegy French trial is starting, which is fucking me up more in my head. I see that body camera of what happened to her is more than likely going to come out, which is going to probably be the worst body camera footage in the history of Chicago. And that's just going to make me more fucked up in my head. It should make you more fucked up in your head. Of course, by nature, and the pussy inside of you, and the no balls inside of you, and the no covert operation ever running inside of you, and the no sting operation coming up with a plan that is not inside of you, you're just going to say, oh, that's sad. Oh, that video, that is a tragedy. See, me, the insides of me, I do something about it. I don't even say that's sad. That's just making you feel better because you are a selfish person. You saying that's sad, that's just because you're a pussy and you don't know how to say or do anything else. I'm not pussy. One of the main reasons why Officer Elegy French pulled that fucking demon over from the start is for having an expired license plate tag, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk about this. Brace yourselves. I don't know if you could handle this. I don't know if you could swallow this. I don't even think you ever even thought about this. As a matter of fact, I am 99.9% sure no one has ever even thought about this. If you did, you certainly as fuck didn't speak on it and say it. What's that sticker for behind everyone's license plate? What is that for? What? I'm listening. Give it to me. It's a sticker for all the vehicles in the state of Illinois to be registered within the state of Illinois, Eric, from the Secretary of State. Well, very good. Maybe you should go to Langley and apply for the CIA. You are a very smart individual. I'm sure they could use you. But that wasn't my question. What is it for? I'm fucking waiting. You're looking at me. You shouldn't do that. What is it for? We don't know, Eric. Oh, I'll buy that answer. It's not the truth, but it's your truth. That's the best that you got. I know you. Okay. You don't know? Okay. It's just a sticker that the mafia used to have many decades ago. It's a meaningless sticker. There is absolutely no public safety in having that sticker. What does that sticker cost? $100? How many vehicles are in the state of Illinois? I'm going to take a wild guess and say at least 2 million. I know there's more than that, but let's just say 4 million because I'm a nice person. So you're telling me $4 million a year goes to the Secretary of State for a sticker that probably cost a dime, if that? Is that what I'm hearing? So that's what started this mess. Mafia? Sticker? You know, if it wasn't for that sticker and the mafia, she wouldn't be in the ground right now. You know that, right? You know that, right? It gets worse. Oh, it gets worse. Richard Daley, when he was mayor, say what you want about him. Yeah, he did some corrupt shit. Of course he did. I used to live right by him. When I was a kid, I walked by his house every single fucking day. Say what you want. He was corrupt. He did some corrupt shit. How he never ended up in a federal penitentiary beats the shit out of me. But say what you want about him. I'll admit it. He did some corrupt shit. But you know the two good things about Richard Daley? He let the police police. He wasn't involved with that. He wasn't a little bitch. He wasn't insecure. He let Terry Hillard run the police. And he didn't interfere with Terry Hillard. Terry Hillard was a bad motherfucker. He came from the days of the Robert Taylor homes, Cabrini Green, Dearborn, Zickies. Terry Hillard was a bad motherfucker. He did a decent job considering back then the technology wasn't available to him. He was a bad motherfucker. Terry retires. All right, we get old. Okay. What did Richard Daley do? Another cool ass fucking thing. He grabbed Jody Weiss. He let Jody Weiss police. He let Jody Weiss run the police department. I don't know how that arrangement worked out, but somehow, some way, Richard Daley got a hold of the FBI and said, I need one of your own. Okay. Doesn't get any better than that. Besides grabbing me, of course. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Jody Weiss was a bad... No. He's good. If Jody Weiss was still put in place and Rahm wasn't corrupt and didn't want crime to happen so his friends couldn't get all kinds of money and pensions, I can't speak for Jody Weiss, as I can't speak for anyone, but I would guarantee you, in my very strong personal opinion, Jody Weiss would have figured out the same shit that I figured out. You know why? Because that's military. You know why? Because that's FBI. You know why? Because that's federal. You know why? Because he's been all over the fucking country. You know why? Because some people are just creators. Some people just prevent. If Jody Weiss was still here, Ella G. French would still be here. If Jody Weiss was still here, hundreds, if not thousands, of poor people would still be here from this day. I don't even know the timeline anymore because I wasn't present in that meeting. But if that ex-Secret Service agent and that ex-FBI agent who had that meeting with Lori Lightfoot and her slave owners, maybe Ella G. French and hundreds of other people would still be here, and there would be no funeral. You didn't think about that, did you? It never dawned on you? I think I remember listening to an Ice-T cassette when I was a young motherfucker. Did it ever occur to you that the government may want you dead? You didn't think about this. Some of you have been so focused on me and the name Chicago Blaxican and the prison and the felonies and my White Sox hat and I'm loud and I'm annoying and I'm obnoxious and follow him over here just for whatever reasons. You're so focused on this when you haven't even figured out that I care more about you than they do. You watch the news all the goddamn time and you see just another motherfucking shooting. You haven't figured it out, have you? It took me to have a meeting with the alderman and for you to eavesdrop on me, potentially, in my opinion, potentially, if that's what happened. It took all that, potentially, for you to figure all this out? It took the migrants and them tipping over this country so they can get Democratic votes in the future because they know black people are waking up and realize a Democrat is not really their answer. Yeah, you want to open up that door? It's not just having these migrants come in by the numbers. We welcome immigrants. It's the amount that has been coming in is the problem. It's the amount of money that we provide them more that is the problem. It's the rush of how all government agencies and most so-called public officials are running to help and assist migrants with millions and millions of dollars. But when it came to the ordinary black man and the veteran, you guys weren't coming anywhere close to rushing for them, is the problem. The biggest problem is when they get voting rights, and it's not just who's the next puppet president. They're going to try to take away your freedom of speech, as when they vote for that, the migrants will vote against it because they really never had freedom of speech any fucking way from where they came from. It's right to bear arms. When they put that vote in place, the migrants are going to go ahead and vote against the right to bear arms because, if I'm not mistaken, most of them weren't allowed to bear arms where they came from anyway. You haven't figured that out? Oh, I think you have. I think the lights are still starting. I think the lights are starting to come on with all you guys right now. I'm going to run. Now that you're saying to yourself that I was right, let me give you another prediction. This prediction, it's a lot better than all my other predictions. This prediction right here, this prediction is 1,000,000,000%, and I will put that on my soul, that I am right. And unfortunately, later on down the road, when our time is up from natural causes, you are going to see that my prediction that I'm about to predict is right. And I'll tell you right now, I don't follow that many code of the streets. I think a lot of them are fucking stupid. But there is one code of the street that I do follow. I don't even think it's a code of the street. I think it's a human fucking nature code. But I'll give it to the streets. It's been around. Project said it. School said it. It's been around. When you've been to prison, you don't wish prison on your worst enemy. There's a lot of so-called politicians that I can't fucking stand. I hate them with a passion, and I'm sure they hate me too. Well, spick rapper with a nigger name, I got it. I know what I am. I know how you look at me. I get it. Trust me. You made that very clear. I know. It's okay. It's all right. But even though that's how you look at me, I still wouldn't wish prison on you. You don't want to go to prison. You don't want to sit in a cell for 23 hours a day. You don't want to eat ramen noodles. You don't want to be separated from your family. You don't want your stomach to shrink. You don't want to get headaches all the time. You don't want to not be able to sleep because the cell is 120 degrees, or at least it feels like that. You don't want that. Anyone from the streets will tell you that. And I don't even like you. But you know what you really truly don't want? Even more than not wanting prison? I did this video not that long ago, but I've taken it down because that was just for other purposes. I'll do the same thing again. You see this hard drive right here? This is a hard drive that is legal. You and me are allowed to have this hard drive. We can go to Best Buy and we can buy this hard drive for approximately $100. This hard drive stores photos, videos, documents, music, and pretty much every other electronic file can go on this hard drive. Do you truly believe in your head that you are the only ones to come up with this hard drive? Do you truly believe in your head, out of all the planets in the universe, out of all the dimensions in the universe, out of all the black holes in the universe, you, the human, you're the one to come up with this? So it's you, right? You're the man. I think I was told that once upon a time. You did this? That's it? No one else has came up with this. You did, right? That's what you're telling me? That's what you believe? See, heaven and hell, they're two different places. Dimensions, reincarnation, those are two different places. You think when you got a mom and dad who passed away, right? You got a son who passed away. You got a grandma that passed away. I'm going to take a wild guess and say you have at least a parent or a grandma that passed away, right? Okay, yeah, me too. Grandma. Can't wait to see her again. I have photos of my grandma on this hard drive. I have a video of my grandma on this hard drive. Do you think that's where the limit stops? Because that's what Best Buy and Amazon reads and states? Do you think if I showed my grandmother this hard drive approximately 100 years ago, do you think my grandma would be shocked and she would say, how do you have a video of me, yet alone a video that could fit on this hard drive? You don't think she'd be impressed? She'd be shocked, right? She'd be like, wow. You ever think to yourself where my grandmother's conscience is? You ever think to yourself you're so-called dead because you like to use that word? We don't die, you dumb fuck. We wake up somewhere else, you idiot. Death and the word dead is just a word that you have been taught by the brainwashed propaganda dumbass fucking humans since you were in kindergarten, so you ran along with it because you don't have a backbone to tell the teacher you're an idiot. I don't believe that. We don't die, you moron. We go somewhere else. The question is, where is my grandmother's conscience? Where is your grandmother's conscience? Where is your mom's conscience? That's still around somewhere, buddy, old pal. But by nature, because you're not a creator and you don't know how to think ahead and you just go along with programs, you haven't figured that out. Now, this holds a lot of information. This holds many videos. Okay. This one, this is a pretty big fucking hard drive. This one, this holds quadruple more than the first hard drive. Have you ever thought that there is a possibility somewhere in the universe, God, the universe, the Holy Spirit, somewhere, someone, something? Have you ever thought if you, as a dumb fucking insecure, daddy having issue, fucking ugly ass human, you could store your videos and pictures on here? Have you ever thought someone in the universe has already been storing each and every single thing about you since you have been born? Let me guess, you say to yourself, well, I could record this because I physically took my phone and I pushed record. First of all, your iPhone is a joke as a camera. Second of all, the lens on it is a joke as a camera. Third of all, that's just you pushing record the same way I push record in this video. So, you think you need to be the person to push record? You don't think someone else push record? You don't think you're going to be able to see the doctors with your mother pushing you out of her pussy? You don't think that's documented somewhere else, huh? No? You don't believe that? Things have to come out. Technology has to come out. The government, the real government, they have to put this technology out for you to understand that, for you to believe it. That's your story? Hey. They're getting smaller and smaller, aren't they? You know what this is? Oh, it's legal. I know, I hear people. Let's zoom in. Let's take pictures. Let's see what those are. Let's see the numbers. Let me guess. I'm going to run to someone here, my computer analyst. He'll be able to tell me what this piece is. It's from a fucking piece of a studio equipment, you jackass. You want it? Come and get it. You know what this is, dickhead? This, some will call a motherboard. This, some will call some piece of electronic board. Okay. Remember those big-ass hard drives that I just got done showing you? This has more information and could do more than those hard drives. And you want to know something? See, you're too busy being a bigot. You're too busy being a racist. You're too busy focusing on the way I look and what I'm wearing. And even if you weren't, you're still too busy focusing on what I do for a living, how much money I have, what kind of car I drive, what I'm wearing. It's almost human fucking nature. I'll go in your favor. But what you're not understanding, you take away the color of my skin and my big lips and my chain and me wearing all black and my eyes, and you open me the fuck up, you will see something like this. In my head, in your head, and in each and every single buddy's head. Somehow, some way, our brains have power. This is connected to something that has power. Power. When you're in hospice, when you check out, when you get shot, when you so-called die, whenever your time is done, the power goes out from here. But something is still stored here from your memory. Your conscience is still here. You have that. I have that. There's no such thing as African American. There's no such thing as Asians. There's no such thing as white people. Conscience. Good versus evil. You know where I'm going with this? You want to know my next prediction? that I don't wish on you?
I can't breathe. I think you get up. I'm not moving without him. I'm not moving without him. Just let me get him.
Kenwood! 63 and bail! 6-3 and bail, 6-3 and bail. Give me some units, 6-3 and bail. Keep the air clear. Who is this and what you got?
Wearing the Blue Cubs jersey.
Alright, Blue Cubs jersey, Mel Black, he's running 6-3 and bail, 76-37 after you got the air. Mel Black, the Blue Cubs jersey, what's he wanted for? 6-3 and bail.
Please. Sure. 6-3.
Mel Black, Blue, what you got?
Blue. Officer down.
I got an officer down, 10-1, 10-1, 6-3 and bail, officer down, shots fired at the police, officer down, Mel Black, a Blue Cubs jersey, he's shot at the police, 6-3 and bail, give me some units.
7-1-3.
Stay off my air, everybody stay off the air, I got an officer down, 6-3 and bail, start rolling. I got an officer down, 6-3 and bail, officer down, 6-3 and bail, give me some units. I want a perimeter set up at the location looking for a Mel Black with a Blue Cubs shirt, with a Mel Black. Perimeter set up 2 blocks east, north.
Wearing all black.
Okay, I got a all black.
Who is this?
Give me 2 ambulances needed for 2 officers down, 7637 Adams, 10-4, we got him coming. 6-1 boy, get those officers right there, 26-3 and bail. I want a perimeter set up 3 blocks north, south, east, west of that location. I got a Mel Black in a blue shirt, Cubs jersey, officers down.
Somebody gets over there.
We got paramedics coming, 2 ambulances.
Ambulance.
10-4, we got them coming, baby, stay off the air. I want people looking, guys, last scene, southbound for the location. Got a Mel Black in a blue jersey, 61, you're on the scene. I want a helicopter.
Got 63, 29 bow.
10-4. 10-4, we got PH1, we rolling, guys.
I think I might have hit the one.
Female with the emergency, go with it.
Slow it down. We got 2 in custody. Two officers shot. One out. 2 minutes. Stop.
Stop the car there, guys. Stop the car at the tip. Guys, listen. Got 2 officers down. We need a perimeter, guys. 6-3. We got 2 in custody right now. 2 in custody. I need a perimeter, guys. Start a route to the hospital. Give me PH1.
We need action to our town. We take what I'm doing.
10-4, we're going to UFC Hospital. Set me up a perimeter to UFC Hospital, guys. Give me a route.
Going 6-3, you're going east from 63rd.
Take it all the way east, 1 to 63rd, 10-4, 6-3. We're going to take it eastbound. Are we taking both officers, guys? Get us respond to the 10-1-6-3 and Bell. We're transporting both officers to UFC Hospital. I want all of 63 going eastbound stop. All traffic eastbound 63 stops. I got 2 officers down. We're taking to the hospital. Give me a perimeter and stop all of those streets. Who's got a route for me? Talk to me.
Right, all the way to 63 and West End. All the way down to 60 and Dandy. Everything needs to be blocked on both sides.
Get us respond to the 10-1. I get a route set up. Eastbound 63, take it down to Western. Take it down to Western. All traffic eastbound 63 to Western. We're taking it to UFC for the 10-1 officer shot.
What are we doing the Holy Cross?
We have an officer in our car. We're going to UFC with him. We're going down 63rd.
to state to 5555 over.
Listen to me, officers. Officers going to Holy Cross. That's down a trauma center. We got to get them to a trauma center, guys. Take them to UFC. They're a trauma center. Go to UFC. Don't go to Holy Cross. Down a trauma center. Take them both to UFC for now. UFC.
Oh, the officer that's approaching 63 Halstead.
Approaching 6-3 in Halstead now. 6-3 in Halstead. All units 6-3, Damon and Western Block. We're going to UFC.
Service of my 6 other officer.
Okay, we got you guys. Just call out the location of where you're at. UFC is notified. 731, what's the conditions of... Stand by. 731, what's the conditions? That's your partner, Rap. P.O. Rap. He's with us. P.O. Rap. What's the condition of the officer in your vehicle?
He's talking right now, squad.
Okay, 10-4. Whoever has my other officer, what's the condition, guys?
726, she's not responsive, she's unconscious. She's looking blue from the face. I'm heading right now north on 67 Halstead, about 60 steps down to the east to UFC.
Alright, 10-4. We got him going, guys.
First squad, not my first.
Okay, listen to me. Take that damn vest off right now and start compression. Start breathing. Whatever we gotta do, start it now. While you're driving, the officer in the back with her, take the vest off and start compression now. You got the air.
726, compression started almost 15 minutes ago.
Okay, excellent. Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling. We got it coming. They know you're coming in. And units that are at UFC Hospital, have those doors open for me. Have them open, guys. Have them ready. Go ahead, boy.
Hey, boy, we got the male officer. He's here. They got him in the CR right now. Side door to the emergency room is open. Bring him through the emergency room side.
Right, bring him to the emergency room side, guys. Guys, male officers going to the ER. Bring him to the emergency room. And the other female officer, please get her in there, guys. Make it quick. Be safe getting there, but make it quick.
R3, repeat that last transition.
Shot in the head between the eyes. Both officers are responsive in the hospital. You'll see. Keep the air clear.
Looking for offenders?
We have 2 in custody. Are these our only guys that were shooting guys in custody?
6-foot boy, 6'3", 28. I put the other one in custody. The gun being guarded by my partner, so we can get the EC over here to recover.
Are these both the guys who shot? Are these both our offenders?
The fourth bud.
This is your courtesy warning from the universe, and it's a legal warning. When you go to heaven, you meet your loved ones, your grandma, your grandpa, your dad, your father. You have a blast. You fly and everything. Take my word for it. I have dreams. Whoever put this in my brain, something's disconnected or something, there's another fucking wire to it. I think we could at least agree on that. When you go to hell, I can't even explain it. Because the only thing that's in your program is what you've been seeing on the TV and movies. Hot, hell, fire. You wouldn't even understand. There is a link in the description box of this YouTube channel. Watch it. Ask yourself how many minutes and how many seconds that you were able to watch that video for. Don't tell me I'm leaving any fucking way. Ask yourself how long you watched that video for. Don't lie to yourself. I think you've done too much of that. I'm not going to tell you how long you should watch that video for. I'm not going to tell you how long you shouldn't watch that video for. Just watch it and ask yourself, how long did I watch that video for? There's my last prediction for you. From a legal point of view. There's my last prediction for you. You did not pull the trigger and murder that kid. You did not pull the trigger and murder that cop. You certainly not only didn't do anything about it when you were clearly given 100% concrete answers to do something about it, you ignored it. You are almost, and I emphasize the word, you are almost just as bad as the trigger man himself. I did the YouTube video about squatters' rights. Government gets $3,000 for each squatter rights. I did the YouTube video about red light cameras. Government gets billions of dollars from the red light cameras, and when you go over 6 miles per hour, they could fine you. But when you try to kidnap and abduct a kid, they're asking us people for their surveillance camera footage. I done all kinds of shit. Your time is up from natural causes. You aren't going to like where you're going, son. This is the universe telling you that. Do you believe me? Do you believe them? Do you understand this? Are you that insecure with yourself where this doesn't make sense to you? Do you need approval for every single fucking person that comes into contact with you? Are you that gone where you cannot be saved from fucking hell, where you're more than likely going when your time is up from natural causes? Who really runs that show? Who really runs that office? Are you in charge? Are you a man? Are you going to let them tell you what to do? I'm probably the only person who doesn't kiss your ass. Hey, buddy, I got news for you. Those people in your office, they're not your friends. They don't like you. They don't like you. I don't even like you, but I like you more than they do. They don't like you. They're using you. And I think you know why. It's all right. I said what I had to say. Good luck. I sincerely mean that. I don't want no one to go to prison. I don't want no one to go to hell. I did my job. I did what I could.